All right, so it's the evening of day 6 of Pablove Across America. We are in Crescent City, California. We are just a few miles, I think 14 miles into the state. I know that we're about to start breaking into some serious redwood forest action. Um, we are just at the very top end of a beautiful national park, national forest, something like that. I just watched the Ken Burns documentary on America's national parks, like all 13 hours of it or whatever, and it was fascinating to me. And I'm really excited to be near this very powerful natural zone of the world. You know, this is the stuff that guys like John Muir fought to preserve, and we're sitting right um, at the top corner of it, at the top of California. I have no idea what lies ahead. I've never checked any of this stuff out, and I literally cannot wait to see what's ahead of us. To know that a man like John Muir woke up every day from the time he was in his mid-20s and advocated for the preservation of the earth is very powerful to me. And when I watched the documentary a few months ago, I really gleaned a lot of stuff from what Muir was doing. I mean, you know, no matter what, he showed up day after day, year after year, and kicked people in the teeth if he had to get their attention and to get his objectives passed into law. And his objectives were not self-centered. They were really for the greater good of humans. You know, those activities, those behaviors that he was up to earlier in the 20th century, they're great. They're great things to look at for anybody who is planning to wake up the next day and stand up and fight for something. What we're doing out here on very high tech carbon fiber machines called bicycles, although it's different than what John Muir was doing, it's very similar in that we are standing up and saying, we can't take this, we need change. We feel this way so deeply that we're actually going to stand up and start a movement on our own. And for Joanne and I, that movement is called the Pablove Foundation. And for everybody who's joined in this, from the riders to our staff out here to the people at Danger Bird and the Pablove Foundation office in LA, to anybody who's donated a penny or passed a word on the internet, you're part of it. It's a major thing. We're really feeling the waves rushing up underneath us right now, and we're only 6 days in. By the time we wake up in the morning, we'll have crested $245 plus $1,000. We need to keep pushing that number forward. That money is fueling our mission, and we are greatly appreciative of how hard you work for your money, and we appreciate anybody who donates anything. Our dedication this evening, as we fall asleep on the eve of our first day off, is to a young lady named Tess Beach, who was diagnosed with Stage IV Wilms tumor at the age of 9. Tess went through every possible form of treatment: chemotherapy, radiation, stem cell, immunotherapy, and Tess lost her life on my birthday this year, May 17. And that was the second year anniversary of Pablo's diagnosis, a day that Pablo did not live to see. And like Pablo, Tess, at 15 years old, died in her mother's arms. And when I think about the fact that Grady is 16 years old, how big he is, and how much he weighs, and how smart he is, and how big of a personality he has, and to think of a young lady a year younger than him dying in her mother's arms. It just breaks my heart. And tonight we will carry Tess in our hearts, and we will remember her, and we will honor her in the way that we do on Pablove Across America, by stating her name, by telling her story, by honoring her life. And the best way we know how to do it is to make a video and put it on YouTube for the world to see. I will not stop fighting so that people in this world never have to hold their children in their arms as they die. I won't. And you have my word on that. Good night.